Welcome to Tiny Texas Living. Who says you can't live big while living tiny?
It's about to get a lot worse before it gets better. But I am here for it. This morning I woke up and I just kind of pushed everything to the center of my bed because all of it is going. I decided yesterday whenever I was out and about shopping that I was going to change all of this. And I'm very excited. After I started my bedroom projects, I was thinking something is missing. And I kept going round and round with what that was. And I realized that this wall is huge and has no focal point. And so I was looking at the different things I could do. Could I hang a piece of art? Could I create a faux headboard? Could I buy a real headboard? Could I change the way that I kind of have this structure? Do I do a tapestry? I didn't know. And so finally, I was out and about looking for something completely unrelated, and boom, there it was. Ask and you shall receive. It was the craziest, most exciting thing I have found in a while, and it brought me so much joy, and it was super inexpensive compared to others that are like this. So it just fell into place. So needless to say, when I was at Big Lots, a big change was developed for my bedroom. So now I'm gonna take all of this off and I'm gonna just put it on the other side of the room, and then I'm going to take apart the bed, and that's good because this thing has been a problem for a bit. Since I changed out my mattress and I've been sleeping so much better, I've noticed one thing that has been just really bothering me. The bed skirt does not want to stay in place. No matter what I do, it doesn't stay in place. I've tried a different bed skirt thinking, oh, well, maybe it's the other one, maybe it's just bad, maybe something's wrong. No, the memory foam itself grabs onto it and shifts it. So I really wanted to not have a bed skirt anymore, and I think that this is going to be a perfect way to not do that. So this is one step toward the right direction, but it's going to take about 50 steps toward the really scary bad direction first, because I also store things under my bed and I don't really know what's under there at this point. So all of this is going to go. So this doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be manageable so I can put it back on my bed. I washed all my sheets yesterday, so I don't want to have them be weird. Okay, now that I've gotten the main things off, it's time for me to go under here. Oh, yep, definitely some shoe boxes. Oh, I love these shoes. They're so fun. Haven't been able to wear them in a while, though. Huh, okay. Gonna just keep going. Oh, yeah, these are so fun, too. In the process of me pulling out shoes, I just had a minor collapse of all of my soft surfaces. Oh, this is not going to be an easy task. And it's not even because it's a hard thing to do. It's just all the steps leading up to the thing that I'm going to do. Slowly but surely, I have a lot of projects that are starting to kind of come to a head. And as they are, things are starting to finally be where I can enjoy the spaces that I'm creating. Each project, though, means that something comes into the house, so until it goes into place, I have to look at it. And I didn't want this to be one of those things, and I also don't want to just leave it stuck in my van because it's hot out there. So, gonna hang these up and get started. Okay, it's coming along. I've got a couple more things on this side that I can reach, and then there's probably some things that are in the middle, which I just can't reach until I take it apart. It's fine. It will be fine. Oh, then I've got to figure out where to put everything until I get the new bed in here. That's gonna be the hard part. Okay, probably gonna take up this rug also, so all of this will go, and I need to tuck the cord up so it doesn't get tangled on anything. In life before I traveled, I liked shoes. Every single day of my life, I wore cute shoes. And now it doesn't really do that much for my life because I'm on uneven ground all the time, and I would end up breaking my ankle, but I still love shoes. So I probably will go through these and see if there's any that I do need to get rid of, but then also find meaningful storage. I'm not sure how much room there is going to be under the bed. If there's enough, I'll just put the shoes back. Possibly after a little TLC. If there's not room, then I will have to find a home for them. Eek. Oh no. Does that mean I'm gonna eventually have to go through my closet and clean out my closet? Okay, that's a good start, but I'm gonna have so much more to do after I actually move it For now, I'm gonna try to prop the bed up against the wall over here. In theory. Oh, this is heavy, this is heavy. And this is an indicator as to how my entire existence with this skirt has been. Okay, now I have to move this. This I'm going to try to put up against this wall, which means I need to move these shoes. And eventually I'm gonna replace this. Yeah, still shoes, still bags, and clearly a lot of junk that's gotten under here. And I also just scraped that, so maybe I'll staple it back. I don't know. Okay, for the time being, because I have so much stuff to clean up under the bed, I'm just gonna try to slide this up. So I should be able to pop this kind of together. Ugh, it's kind of difficult. So I'm gonna walk it back down slowly. Oh, okay. And now I can try to pop out this one and then that one over there. It looks like there are a couple little bolts in this one. Okay, I think I need to unscrew these first and then I can pop it in and out because right now it's limiting how much it can flex. So I need a screwdriver. And I think my toolkit is in the van. So I have to go to the van anyway to bring in the bed frame. So I guess I'll just do both of those things at the same time. Okay, I got the flathead and now I'm gonna just try to undo these little screws on the side and see if that helps. Woo, okay, this little thing is now off. Of course, let's see though, it should be able to wiggle. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, in the meantime, this should pop out a little bit more now. Still struggling, still struggling a little bit. Oh, after a couple minutes, I finally got this one. That one, the button was a little bit easier on than the other one. Okay, I'm happy that came along. It just took longer than I thought it would, but it's okay because now it's finished. Okay, I ate my lunch. It was really what I needed. I feel like I have energy, but then I immediately went out to the van and realized that there is no way I can carry this in by myself. I don't know why I thought I could, because whenever I picked up the package, I did not load it. The delivery guy from Big Lots and my dad did. So clearly there were two grown men putting it into the van. And in my mind, I forgot that. Yeah, so I called in a favor. My dad's gonna be down here in just a couple minutes. And gonna bring this thing inside and start getting to work on it. But now I have energy because I ate. So I hope this goes well. Okay, let's go get it. Dad's here to help. Okay, we got it all open. Huge box, so that'll be fun to deal with in a little bit. But here is the bed frame, and everything apparently comes attached in the back. Okay, there's a little bit of an issue, but that's okay. We're gonna get this fixed. Basically, this is about an inch wider than the tables will allow. So we're going to take the tables off, but we're gonna go ahead and assemble this first and then take the tables off, and then we'll just trim the tables. That's not a big deal. These are easy to trim. They're just pieces that fit up here. So I'm going to go ahead and, with the assistance of Dad, put this together because it's a lot. Okay, there are 6 of these, so there's gonna be 3 on each side. The slats, these are the side rails, and then there's an end rail over here. And then this guy, of course. My initial goal was to do this by myself. Up on the box being so heavy, there was just no way. So this is gonna be faster because there's gonna be 2 of us, and according to the guy, it's a 10-minute assembly. We'll see. But yeah, this should be interesting. Okay, they're marked, so we're just trying to figure out where these all go now. Okay, this connects with a little block, and then Dad's getting our screws ready so that we can put these in. There's a lot of pieces to this bed though. I'm pretty dusty and nasty already, and this was just the beginning. We haven't even gotten to the fun part yet. The fun part will come very soon. Okay, time to put on the feet now. So next step, feet. Okay, so these go on here, and there's little caps on these. I took a couple of the caps off, but that, and then they'll screw in here and then on the ends. So while Dad's screwing that one in, I'm gonna take these and put them on the others and unscrew the caps from the others. Okay, we got them on the end board and then on the middles, and now we just need to do these on the actual headboard. Okay, I got mine on, Dad's finishing up his, and then all of the bed itself came in this headboard. So there's a little flap that raises up. So this part's done. Now we get to start attaching things. Okay, so this goes to the back.
Where the hooks are at.
Okay, so those will go in. There's two little holes on both sides. And then that will allow us to pull these out, and then we'll end up with the footer there. This is not a 10-minute assembly. Unless you're like a professional at this, definitely takes longer, and Dad's really good at what he does. So I don't understand how the guy said it was 10 minutes. Okay, so it slides in, and we slid it in on all 4 posts, and now we get to tighten these down, and then the structure of the base is in place then. Okay, so we got everything tightened down, and now we're putting in the slats, and the slats go in like this. There's 2 sets of them, and then Dad has a little piece that we're going to actually put in that's going to give it a little bit more strength, and then apparently there's some more legs for support also. Okay, Dad's working on the tables, and it looks like I am gonna have to use the bed skirt for the time being. I need to get a new one, so that's gonna go on the list. Yeah, you know what I always say. It always ends up being one project, then another project, then another project, then a list. Okay, the tables have each been removed, and they look like this when they're not on the wall. So we're just gonna trim this edge. This is the raw edge. And Dad's getting out his saws. So he's probably gonna trim about, I think he said 3/4 of an inch off of each one of them. And then this should be able to push back in there. I also discovered that this pillow that I purchased for my living room actually matches really well when it's next to the headboard. And then also this blanket. So without further ado, this 10-minute project has turned into much longer, but that's okay because it's coming together, and we're getting close. Okay, this is also a good time for me to dust out this corner. So I'm gonna clean really well and get the wall nice. So when we do go back in with it, there's nothing there. Okay, it's coming together, and now I have a magic eraser, and I'm going to go over my walls just to make sure they're nice and clean. I just cleaned my filter on my AC. So this is just gonna turn into quite the little cleaning day, I think. Okay, so I finished cleaning the wall and the air filters. So now it's time to do the bed. I just want to make sure my sheets are nice and tight. So I'm going to pull them kind of from the corners, and this memory foam really grabs onto my sheets. So I want to make sure that I don't have any big ripples or anything. Okay, now I can tackle this mound. These will stay in here. They're part of the living room. However, all of this, with the exception of this, will go into my room. Okay, I think I'm a little off here. So now that I have this bed frame, it's much more apparent whenever I'm off. So I could tuck this. No, now that just looks weird. Okay, so maybe I'll just scoot the bedding up just a little bit. Problem is I don't want the bed skirt to show because it doesn't match, and I need to get a new one, but I don't have one at this moment. So I guess I'll just move everything up a couple inches, and that'll pull it from down there so it's a little bit more even, so you can see the end, but it's not overwhelming. Okay, so ideally, if it's at the very top, it shows a little bit, and whenever I get the other bed skirt, this will be fine. And the nice thing about this particular bed frame is you don't actually have to have the box spring, but with the kind of mattress I have, I do have to have some form of support. So I would have either needed to use a flat piece of plywood or a box spring. So this is just a necessary situation at this moment. So on this side over here, I have it still pulled down just a little bit. So there versus here. This side you can see the bed skirt, this side you don't see it. So I think this side is going to be the better option for making my bed for the time being, at least until I get the bed skirt. With each change, there are a new set of challenges, and this is a weird one I wasn't anticipating at all. I wasn't thinking about the bed skirt because I thought it was going to sit far enough down with the box spring. It does not. I also was not anticipating having to figure out a number of inches that were appropriate for making my bed, but apparently there is going to be that. So I'll pull it back down to like right here, and then I'll just pull everything down, and then it should work. And sure enough, that covers up the bed skirt. Okay, winning. It's pillow time. This is an interesting scenario. In order for me to have the pillows that I need, which I have a lot of pillows, I still have 2 more and then some decorative pillows, this is what it's looking like. I have to have the box spring, at least for now, and I'm not trying to go and have to do more projects. We already cut like 3/4 of an inch off of these shelves. That wasn't even part of the scenario for the day. So, since that is not a possibility, I'm just gonna go with it. I will be fine. Everything will be okay. I just won't be able to see as much of my headboard right now. Okay, this is gonna take some thoughts because I like when I set them upright. I like this, but again, I have this problem. So if I move everything around and set it up like it's originally supposed to be, then everything will be upright like this. Okay, so things are coming along. What I did was I actually bent my fluffy pillows kind of behind the body pillow. This still is not ideal because the body pillow is not completely even. I need to scoot it that way. But I think this is gonna be a lot more manageable, and I have some other decorative pillows to put out here too. Ultimately, I have back issues, and so I have to have all these pillows. So even though for the time being this is weird, it will be okay because I have to have the things that are on the bed. The decorative pillows, maybe not so much, but the rest of it I have to have. So I think what I'm gonna do is just fill in the rest of it with the decorative pillows, and then I am gonna call this a done job, and so excited about it. And speaking of the textures, again, I'm gonna put this at the end instead of a gray blanket now, and it has this nice texture. If it's warm and I don't wanna lay under the bigger blanket, I can lay under this, and it's very comfortable. It's a lightweight, just easy throw. This was in my living room. I'll just order another one. It's fine. So that'll just drape here, or I could put it across the bottom, but I kind of like the asymmetry of it all whenever I kind of put it like this. I did go ahead and try this way. I don't like it as much. It's not quite long enough to go over the sides, and I prefer if it's going to be at the end to go all the way over the sides. So I think I am going to go ahead and just make it into that little triangular piece. But yeah, this is coming along. It's perfect. Okay, now I just need to place my little mat. I always keep a mat to the side because the floors are super cold during the winter time, and it just feels better to get out of bed and have something squishy on your toes. But I also think I'm gonna look to see if I can find some ottoman covers. The ones that I pulled out from over here, because they're a lighter color, they just get kind of dingy looking, and I was trying to clean them up a little bit to sit them back over there, and I just don't like it. So I was thinking maybe I could get something like the color of the headboard, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to find that. I was kind of looking on Amazon when I was taking a break a while ago, and slim pickings for that, but I do think I can find some black ones, so I'll probably just get some black ones. They're 15 by 15 by 15, so surely I can find at least some black ones, and then I'll just add pops of color in a different way, maybe with the rug. Now this is gonna make my rug shopping so much better because I'm no longer looking for just basic colors. I'm looking for something that has a pop now. So I'm hoping that that leads me in a good direction, but I have a lot of work to do still in here, and well, this is gonna be quite the project.